We are tWoTcast episode 303. That's it. Now you start the song. That's how you do it.
All right, everyone, shut the f*** up.
Wheel of Time, reread podcast, explicit and R freaking rated. John is the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man, he's a total dick. Tom calls in if he's not too busy.
We're Tom!
We are tWoTcast!
Oh, hey, boys.
Yeah, no. Welcome, everybody. You're viewing tWoTcast, the Wheel of Time reread podcast. I love that you changed it to viewing the podcast. It made me really happy. Now covering...
Well, they are viewers, Tom.
Season 1 of the Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime. Do you like that it rhymes? I kind of do.
Yeah.
With me is Jono.
Jono!
Joe.
Oh, hey, Tom. Hey,
I'm Tom. Study your math. That's the best introduction we've done.
It was pretty flawless.
And
Should we call it a
hey,
day?
Jono.
Hey, should we quit? Just call it a day. Just do the next one next time.
Yep.
I mean, do you want to start
earlier?
Do you want to start over and do like the next 7? I'll just do them all flawlessly.
Yeah.
So you can record them, so we have them.
Let's do a 305, 306 at least.
At least the first season of the Amazon show.
By the way, if this was on Netflix, would we be saying the Wheel of Time on Netflix? Why do we always say on Amazon Prime? Is it just because the show exists at all?
It's because it rhymes, as Tom mentioned earlier, and because, it exists.
It's also a distinct possibility that if you don't say it, a laser will come down from space and go directly through your brain.
A drone will drop off my package, but then also shoot me with a machine gun.
I don't know what you think Bezos was doing up there in space, but it wasn't just going for a joyride. He's a James Bond villain now. He never
Space lasers. Fucking Dr. Evil?
Right.
Oh, we should not have brought up that. We haven't really chit-chatted in a while, boys. What have you guys been up to?
I mean, honestly, just watching this fucking show. Because I watched it
know.
because we
It's
went
kind
to
of
the premiere.
absorbing my
I
time.
watched it because I wanted to. I watched it on a plane because I had nothing better to do. And now I'm rewatching it so we can talk about it. I might actually be sick of it. No, I'm not. I can't wait for the next one.
Again, the idea that that's like, it always comes back to the fact that I'm not very smart to change. But like a decade ago, if you had just said, like, I watched it here, watched it there, I was fucking sick of it, I'd be like, fuck's wrong with you, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the other day, like Shanda came home, who's my blow-up doll wife. She just kind of slowly floated into the house.
John knows she's a blow-up doll. Even the viewers know she's a blow-up doll.
Well, again, I'm trying to in case those new viewers are possible. I
guess that's true.
We should be optimistic that we haven't turned more
For all our
people
new viewers out there, John doesn't really have a wife. It's kind of sad. Just a blow-up doll.
And all I could think of is, I want this to be done because I'm taking notes, and she's had a hard day just floating around outside. So I don't want to just what are you doing? Taking notes about a show we've already watched twice?
What do you mean floating around? Do you fill your blow-up doll wife up with helium?
Yeah.
My wife did get home from work at like 5:45, and we were starting this at 6:30, and she walked in the door, and I still had like 20 minutes to go in the show. I'm like, I don't really have time to talk to you.
Listen, I gotta focus.
I'm
I gotta be
busy.
laser focused for tWoTcast.
Extremely busy watching this thing again that I've already seen
3 times. The nostalgia part of me, which is also my penis, it just cannot stop laughing at the fact that, again, 10 years ago, none of us were married. None of us had any sort of, real claim to anything useful for society, except for the show.
Well, we still don't.
Yeah, what do you
yeah. And it's just like, what a dumb ride this has been. Someone should be canceling us.
Hey, Jimmy Liang's here.
Hey,
wow.
Jono, trust me, based on our past episodes, if the show takes off on Prime and normal people start to listen to those, we will be getting canceled.
Dan Jamin says it's twat on Prime.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong.
We know that.
Farstrider saying you guys are busy tonight. Maybe he knows. Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
I guess we could just say that right now.
Yeah, we're early tonight because we're going to be on the Wheel Reads podcast with Alan and Ian and Chris at 8:30, which is normally our normal time that we would start recording, at least behind the scenes, and then at 9 we would start streaming. But
that's live, but only for their patrons, I guess, on their Discord.
I think you have to be a patron in.
Why did I say that? Don't give them money. Give us money.
Hey, we're on Patreon.
We're gonna get an email that just says you're not invited.
It's only live for their patrons, but don't give them any money. Give it to us.
I mean, you might want to come see that show that we're going to tank the fuck out of it.
Yeah, we're going to be very, very bad at it.
I'll be quite inebriated by the time we hit their show.
As we do anytime we go on somebody else's show, we pretend we're there to have fun and have a good time with them, and really we try to ruin their show so we're the only show left.
It's worked so far.
It has not worked so far. There's new ones every day.
But again, we still outlasted everyone. There is going to be a cancellation waterfall here. We're going to be fine.
Yeah. Cancellation waterfall. We're on the top of the list.
We are the list.
Yeah, we're
the list.
That's true. We are the list.
And you pick any random episode from the first 100 and go listen to it. And like, this is all wildly inappropriate.
Fuck it.
Oh man. So
the first 100.
Since we just started covering the show, and I know we said this last night, but I guess we're going to reiterate this every time. We're going to talk about the episode just on the episode of its in and of itself and spoil that what we've seen so far, perhaps, but not the books. And then later on, we will spoil books and show and discuss how they're connected. And they go back to each other very simply.
Very simply. I can't believe I have to say this either, but like the video if you're watching or subscribe. I'm a 40. Smash that like button. I don't want to say that as a 44-year-old man.
Smash that like button.
But this is a reality.
I mean, we should say like and subscribe, though. Just say like and subscribe. You don't have to make it weird.
It's too late.
No,
you make everything weird.
I'm always going to make it weird.
You ever had sex with Tom? I have. He makes it weird.
It's always
That's
weird.
True. Yeah.
Of course I've had sex with Tom, Jono. He's my brother.
It's so beautiful.
It's actually really is getting weird now. It's starting to get weirder.
I don't know. You guys want to just dive right into this episode?
Sound like me into Tom's pants.
Back at the old mill.
Yeah, let's see. I had a hard time with this last night, talking about the episode without referencing the book.
Yeah.
I'd
like to apologize.
You're like, well, here's the scene, and I was just like, yes, that did happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Adam's talking about that exact thing right now. We're not capable of this. Don't fall for this trick.
But then I watch the show. I take notes of like, this is what happens, like basically an outline, so I can I know where we're at. And then you get to the part for the spoilers, and I'm like, well, I don't remember any of that. Almost like I have to take 2 sets of notes.
I do. I literally write a note, and then I go, oh, I should write this, and then I'm like, wait, that's a spoiler, and then I move it down to like a separate note.
I'll tell you what, my mind is fucked up too, because I watched the episode today, and I read the prologue of The Fires of Heaven. And
for Wheel Reads. Yeah.
For the Wheel Reads at 8:30. Which you should get up
first.
If you're a patron.
Of course I read the whole fucking prologue.
I just swiped like this.
I didn't read it. I listened to it on my commute home, so I am caught up, but I didn't take notes, obviously, because I got it.
Haven't you read Fires of Heaven like 15 times? Also, they'll do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, but I don't remember things.
I
forget it the second it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the whole goddamn thing memorized.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Never mind. It's a good joke for later. Listen to their show, but give us money.
Yeah. Do not listen to their show when it comes out.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yes.
Do not give them money and then go watch us on Discord with them.
Give us the money.
If I see anybody in Discord just being like, I joined your Patreon just to see these guys, I'm going to fucking lose it.
Look at this. Matthew Plessinger. I'm here for the Name of the Wind on Amazon following book 3. We should watch that show because if you're a long-time viewer, you'll know me and Tom loved that series, and Jono hated it. Oh wait, it was reverse.
Is that show actually happening?
It's still in purgatory.
How do you not get that show made when it's
Lin-Manuel Miranda's capable of finishing anything he starts?
But it's Lin-Manuel Miranda,
including the episode of our podcast he was on.
Can he do anything he wants right now?
Lin-Manuel Miranda? Not anymore. 2 years ago, yes. No, not anymore.
Yeah,
the time has run out.
Hamilton is played.
Yeah.
So played.
I thought you were talking about Fuss Fussy.
Fuss Fussy lived and died by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
So yeah, I guess let's talk about the fucking show.
Okay.
Wait. Well, first of all, overall impressions of the show, this episode. Good or
overall
bad?
So we're entering spoilers, but only for the TV show territory. And we theoretically we'll get better at this.
Yeah. I can't even get the direction of my
overall
camera.
impression of this show was I loved this episode.
Yeah, me too.
And I think I liked it maybe more than the first one, but if not more, the same as.
I think this is the first time the show trying to like get its own feet under itself. Again, obviously I don't, stylistically there's every, as we said before and after, every weird choice is built upon itself, right? So, you being in a weird spot is because of some antecedent shit. But now that we're there, honestly, I think this is a kind of cool, it's not 100% original to certain parts of it, but it's a really cool kind of thing going on that's, almost Rafe Judkins' own creation.
I think character bias might be in play here, but I loved it because a lot of Randon and Nave in this episode.
Yeah.
Felt heavier on them.
I like the Matt stuff.
I also like that Rosamund Pike was asleep for the whole episode.
That's classic.
Well, I know John, we were talking to Chris, our brother for the viewers. John knows who he is. We were talking to Chris, and Chris is like, "I think I hate fucking Rosamund Pike." We're like, Jesus,
like, what's wrong with you?
This is gonna be his favorite episode. She's just passed out the whole time.
Unsolicited, by the way. I was like out by the mailbox having a cigarette. Joe came down, and Chris had been throwing out trash, and he just walked up when we were standing there, and he just goes, "I think I hate Rosamund Pike." And I was like, "What's wrong with me? Why are you just telling me this?"
I love the fact that it sounds like you guys live together or something like that. All three of you, like Rosamund or Chris is just your wife, Lauren.
We were at a birthday
family,
party.
Jarno. We can visit each other.
Birthday party. All right, so ratings on a scale of Winter's Dragon to the Cape. What do you guys give it?
Whoa,
Winter's Dragon being
we're
a
rating
1.
it already?
Cape.
Ratings.
Yeah, we do it up front.
Ratings. I give it a 9. Easy.
You guys never use decimal points. Are we using decimal points?
I used 8.5 last time.
I'm rounding the fucking numbers up.
I 8.5.
Wait, are we? So that what we're doing? We're doing decimals. All right, I'll do decimals.
It's on a scale of 1 to 10. Why not? What do you want to do? 1 to 100?
It's not on a scale of 1 to 10. It's on a scale of Winter's Dragon to the Cape.
That's true.
You would never say 1. If you thought it was a 1, you would just say Winter's Dragon was your rating.
I mean, if the Cape is perfect.
Yeah.
So the Cape is a 10.
We said 9.9 last week. Of course, we're doing decimals.
Yeah, I'm on a 9.
I mean, you guys did. I wasn't going to, but now I guess I'm just falling into your scale. You sons of bitches.
It's arbitrary. I'm going to give it a 9.4.
I would give it. Fantastic. I would give it 9. Yeah. I think 9.4 is a good number. Actually, I was going to go around that realm, but Why don't we make it an even 9.4 on two parts?
8.5. I really really like it. It's on scale with the first episode.
All right, let's get into it.
Whoa, Brando, reverse.
Yeah, that's reversed.
The Cape is a perfect show.
We all know that's Roland Sanderson.
Is it 10 out of 10 bags of shit?
It's Brando from Jordan Gun.
10 Billy Zanes.
10. How many Billy Zanes is it? It's 10 Billy Zanes.
Maybe we should change the rating scale to how many Billy Zanes do you give this?
That's what it is. It's Billy Zanes. It's the Billy Zane scale.
I think the Cape reference is lost on a lot of people. All right.
Well,
but what is Billy Zane wearing?
It shouldn't be.
All right. From now on, the scale is on a scale of 1 to Billy Zane. Or
Tom?
how many Billy Zanes do you give this episode?
What is Billy Zane wearing though? It's not a real full cloak. It looks more like a cape, really.
Did you just say full cloak?
Yeah, I may have. Yeah.
It sort of sounded like you did.
Freudian slut. But no, I think he's wearing a cape, which makes sense why he would.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh man.
All right,
this feels like the most natural tWoTcast episode we've had while live streaming since we started live streaming.
Let's talk about what we came here to talk about.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's on brand too, Tom. Thanks.
Yeah, let's open with Nynaeve fighting a Trog. I thought this scene was fucking awesome.
Yeah, so we don't want to get like laser beamed out of space by Jeff Bezos. so we don't have. I mean, I have the video, but I'm not going to show it. But I'm just going to show images of each scene as we talk.
I think we're only going to do.
Here's Nynaeve coming out of the cum water with all that blood.
So on this,
that's not fair, Joe. me and Joe had a bet before Jono joined the stream backstage before it started that Jono was going to reference cum and blood very specifically. We were trying to guess what joke you were going to make, but Joe really set you up for it. So.
He did. It's
that's off.
Coming
that's
out
off.
of that virginal whispering eye of the world there. So I like you said, Joe, I love. It starts off in a scene that we all really wanted to do, which was grabbing her by the braids sometimes and just dragging her. You guys are fucking offensive.
I love Nynaeve.
Yeah, speak for yourself. I love Nynaeve.
I love Nynaeve too. Later on, well, on and off, but for the most part, I love her. But in this case, she's been kind of annoying. She talks shit.
Even when Nynaeve is quote unquote bent in the earlier books, I still love Nynaeve.
You're gonna get.
Well, yeah, of course. That's okay. It's interesting that the Trollocs are cannibalistic. I think that's actually borne out in the books. So,
yeah, I
liked it. Yeah. I liked that it was pretty much like, "Are you okay? Are you going to make it through?" kind of talk, followed by "No," and then, "Oh, okay, I'll just tear you up and eat you." That's what that real just seemed to me. That's, I think, beautiful.
I wrote Trollocs eat Trollocs. Weird time to take a bath.
Did you think it was weird the Trolloc was in the water, or is that treading on book territory?
I think that's weird. Well, it's not just book territory. That was in book.
Well, no, they crossed that shallow stream that they rode across in the.
Well, I mean, I also thought that was weird.
But we also don't know how deep that water is, right? It's all cummy and you can't see to the bottom.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not water at all. And that's
he was testing. He wasn't looking for her under the water. He was testing the depths. Like, oh, this is
what it
is.
You know what?
Somebody had a good time in this. Somebody had a good time in this.
I can get in here.
Yeah. But also, I love her briefly. Like, not just it's like almost Spinal Tap-esque. Like, don't even get in the water. Don't even look at it because she just did this against it, and the guy, the Trolloc, was like, "No, I guess I."
She wasn't. Yeah. When that first happened, I was like, "You could get a little lower." Like in my brain, it was like her head's like almost above the rocks, and I'm like,
wait till the exact last minute.
Yeah, seriously.
Should have got a read to breathe through.
Was it Predator? Yeah.
All right, I got a question for you guys for this scene. If this was the books, how many paragraphs would we have had of Nynaeve's inner monologue complaining that she just cleaned these rocks?
Oh.
6?
At least 2, because at least 1 when she enters, knowing what's going to happen, and then after she leaves, at least a second.
Well, I think there's going to be a couple paragraphs, too, about like what's on them, cum, and, kind of like how to clean them off. That's a good question, what you clean cum off with. I guess I should ask my wife, blow-up doll. But
wait,
yeah,
well, you would know. You clean the blow-up doll.
Yeah, you should know. I hope you clean that doll.
Anyway, Nynaeve's a fucking hardcore badass, and she kills that fucking Trolloc. And
but
then she
its own knife.
Yeah.
Jumps up. Yeah, that was kind of crazy too, actually.
This is
and
one
then
of those
she jumps
scenes...
up out of the water of a dragon fang blood pool.
This is one of the scenes that's so good that like I know I keep referencing it, but this is one where I'm going to feel like Chris Farley. Like, that was awesome. Like I don't have a lot more to say about it.
Chris Farley.
That was awesome though.
I feel bad whenever it's a good scene. I'm just like, yeah, that was great. Anyway, let's talk about this thing I had some problems with.
It is. We put ourselves in a very difficult spot, but thankfully we're mature enough to take care of it.
So moving on.
Other parts. I like the Aes Sedai symbol here. I think that makes sense, right? It's not just.
Oh yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we jumped to Nynaeve and Lan.
It did feel like, are they going to do this in every episode though? Because they just did it with Lan in the.
They're going to do. Oh, it's going to happen a lot.
Well, real quick before we do Lan and Nynaeve, Tom, I want to show one thing from the intro every time, because it, just to highlight it. But I really I noticed the armor on the Green Aja this time, and I was like, that's fucking cool.
But she's a white cloak.
Yeah. Barely concealed sunburst at the top of her shoulder there.
Yeah.
Anyway, just like that. That was a cool one.
In this universe, your most vulnerable body part is your left arm.
Why does everyone keep stabbing me in my left shoulder? You know what? I'm designing armor specifically for this.
What if they're only right-handed? No, that doesn't make sense. Yes.
Nynaeve and Lan, were you She tries to kill him.
Yeah,
like,
Nynaeve threatens Lan. He literally, I mean, he laughs it off, but I mean, she literally tried to stab him.
That's not very good. That's bad.
That's definitely, well, I guess I can't say that either.
I feel like his obsession with how she tracked them is a little too high. I know we were joking about it last episode, but like, 1,000 Trollocs followed behind you. Like, I think it's not hard to track.
Yeah, seriously.
Amazingly funny point is literally I just followed everyone following you already. Maybe you should ask the Trollocs.
I mean, maybe he means specifically like out of Shatter Logoth or something, but like, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Oh, I thought he stabbed her for a hot second there when he knocked her out.
When he smashed her
right in the back of the skull.
I was like, you tried to kill me. I'll kill you.
All right, we get a quick cut to Rand and Matt hike.
Basically arguing about weird that Matt wants to go home.
What? No, in this case,
it is weird, but I mean,
Rand's the one who wants to go home. Matt doesn't.
No. Rand wants to go where Egwene's going.
Rand wants to go to the tower to meet Egwene.
Which is the White Tower.
Matt wants to go back to the Two Rivers.
Matt's the one who says you're not going to go back home because of where Egwene's going.
John, I got to tell you, you're really wrong about this one.
God damn it.
You absolutely are. That's what Perrin says 5 seconds later in the next scene. In this scene, Matt's saying, let's get the fuck out of here and go home. And Rand saying, absolutely not. Egwene wouldn't go home. So I'm going to go where Egwene would go.
And then Egwene wants to go home and Perrin tells her they can't go home.
Well,
see how it would be.
Let's get to that scene because this scene is all of 5 seconds. So here's the next scene. And Egwene does light the fire with the power. That's pretty cool.
You know who didn't light the fire?
Billy Joel?
We.
God damn it.
How did I not know that was
I didn't know what you were going to say, but that was not it.
No matter what it was either Perrin or we.
Perrin's trying so hard to light that fire, he bleeds.
With his own wife's knife, if you know what I mean.
You got to forgive us. The chat's a little behind us, but I would have died if she said she followed the trolls. Is Dan Jammin, but yeah, that would have been.
They are carrying a lot of torches.
Oh,
you should keep that up the whole episode.
That's right.
Yeah, Goatsy. Thank you. Very mature.
Only take that down when we have other comments to look at.
All right, I'll just leave it up.
I think do you think it's a little? I think it's funny that Egwene's like, we should go home because Rand is going to go home, and Perrin's like, no, I know Rand. He's going to the White Tower to where you are. And I'm like,
yeah.
If I was Rand's girlfriend, I'd be like, do you think you know him better than I? Fuck you.
Well, they already broke up. It's fine now.
Yeah, I guess that those 2 days they really lost their connection.
Yeah, that's actually the look on her face right here. Is she's just going like, you know Rand better than me? Come on, fuck off.
So Egwene's channeling, I do love this. Like, I'm glad that she actually does it. I think it's
cool.
It seems a little. How the hell did she do that already? Considering she hasn't had any sort of training. Literally, it's like 2 nights later.
I think it's the exact. Isn't that exact? Well, I guess we don't want to spoil the books. It's exactly the same as the books, right? She trains with Moiraine in the woods, and then she lights the fire with Perrin later.
What did we say about? What did we say about the books? You literally just said we don't want to spoil the books.
I mean, if the book is exactly like the show.
If it doesn't exactly change,
there's literally no change. It's exactly what happens.
There's more than 2 nights.
That's fair.
Wildfire.
Maybe we can assume. All right. Let's just veer away from that territory. I don't think there's. But good point, Jono.
I think it's important to note that I think Perrin tries to get laid here, right? Like, she's kind of just recently broken up.
He's like, just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't go with the rape angle, the wrangle. I just went with the come on here, my comforting man musk that hasn't been showered for days.
I don't think that's the best way to do it. If
rest,
she's in danger, and all she needs is a fire, and you can't even light a fire, and she's gonna be like, I guess I'll do it.
Yeah.
He's really emasculated in that scene.
It is really inverted, right? Like, he's the one bleeding.
I'm not going to touch that.
He would.
Because it's gross.
God damn, Jono. I wasn't ready for that.
Anyway, we get to Nynaeve and Lan again.
Yeah.
Kind of a longer scene. She's tied up. She collects some medicine. She tries to do...
Wait, are we at Nynaeve?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they talk about the water bond when she's about to do that. She says, "I've heard you're connected and you can feel her pain. Get ready, this is gonna hurt." And then she does it, and he's just standing there. There's like literally nothing happened.
I know, he doesn't even like go or anything, like nothing, like, well,
which
I wouldn't want Lan to make any.
Which
reaction.
Lan wouldn't. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm just like,
yeah. Quick spoiler for the books too. Lan's even more badass than what you're seeing here. I know that's an awful spoiler. It was 2 nights. Thank you. It was Brando. So one of the things that also entertains me here is this exciting. Well, I guess it's more of a spoiler considering where that relationship goes, but I think it's a good start for them, right? He's got her locked up, tied down. He's hit her in the back of the head with a knife. Like, that's a pretty good. Yeah, that's auspicious, really.
Well, I mean, I can't talk about it here, but it's different. It's different in the bedroom.
Do you want to get to this? Do you want to get to this dream of Perrin's?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about Perrin's dream. All I wrote was fire eyes and Wolf eats his wife.
Yeah. Remind me to talk about this when we get to the spoiler for the book part.
Yeah. Got a lot of questions with this.
So we'll talk about. So here's Perrin dreaming real quick, but the main thing with Perrin dreaming, it's very. Look at his clean pajamas.
Do you guys notice their bed too? It looks super comfortable.
Yeah, just like it looks like a mattress you would just sink into and just be like, I'm not getting out of here.
Like Matt sleeps on dirt, but Perrin and Layla's bed actually looks pretty fucking nice. I guess you get some money if you're the only blacksmith.
I mean, you're the town. Yeah, they're town blacksmith.
Yeah,
probably one of the richest people in town.
Yeah, the other blacksmith's your wife, so no competition.
Yeah, I wonder if the Luhans exist in this show.
Yep, spoiler.
I think clearly not.
I mean, is that a spoiler?
Yeah, I guess we need to avoid all book talk questions. It's really difficult.
Just thought I'd throw that up. What's happening to Perrin?
So well, he's being followed.
Yeah, so obviously we'll discuss that in the second portion of the show.
That's so fast. It almost looks like they trade places. And I was like, is Perrin the bad guy in this show?
Yeah, maybe that's what they're trying to let you think is happening, Tom.
So, but honestly, let's look at him from just like as a piece of the show. Is he frightening looking? Is he like not considering the like book sentiment, but just in general?
I think it's frightening in the way that they did it with the Flash, where he almost, as Tom was just saying, like changed places with Perrin. Like what the fuck's happening to him? I mean, as a non-book reader, you could draw a lot of conclusions with what's been going on with Perrin since episode 1.
Yeah,
based on like wolves licking him and wolves chasing him and then wolves eating his wife, and then
that werewolf theory,
interchanging his body with a guy with fire eyeballs. Like, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, that's the real golden eyes there. Yeah.
Wait, these are spoilers. Be careful.
What? I'm good. Everything's fine. Just saying, you can draw a lot from that.
And then, so he wakes up, and then it's just more wolf chasing.
Yeah, Gwyn wakes him up and's like, the wolves are here, we gotta go, and they run off.
I feel like they should have been more responsible about taking turns sleeping if they're surrounded by a pack of hungry wolves, and maybe keeping that fire going.
I don't see what your deal is. Yeah. Also, again, maybe should take a cue from the Trollocs. Have a torch at all times, really, right? I mean, it probably isn't easy for her to channel very because she just started. So maybe just keep that fire alive.
Yeah, she might be tired.
Yeah,
I mean, according to Liam Neeson, once a wolf pack has your scent, it's over.
Yeah,
it's like there's no coming back unless a helicopter were to land, which I don't think they have in this world.
Yes,
they're fucked.
Well, that's a spoiler for later on in the episodes. So I do have questions, of course, as you'd expect from me, about the entire geography of where they all fucking are.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, again, it's a different geography than what we were expecting from the books, but Land of Moraine, deep forest that looks almost like weirdly subtropical, or not subtropical, but like a temperate rainforest. Ren and Perrin are mountains, and we saw a little bit of that. Again, just the differing all right there within what's probably 2 square miles just seems fucking wrong to me. But that's okay.
Well, I mean, the city was on almost like an island, and
Yeah.
if they all went different directions, that could be,
that island's the
think
real
about it.
juxtaposition of different geographies.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
The center of a wheel with spokes going into all sorts of different things.
Okay. I take it all back.
Yeah. All right, let's get to Rand.
It's hard to discuss that without talking about the books.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we got to go. It's Jeopardy time. It's 7:30.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
right,
so Rand and Matt get to town. We see the Isle, and we meet. I guess we meet Dana, and we also meet Tom Maryland.
Actually, there is
Rand
no Dana.
And Matt get to town. What do I have for Rand and Matt get to town?
You're thinking of Zool.
Oh no, not that one. Oh, this one. Rand and Matt find the Four Kings.
Nope.
Was it not Four Kings? I thought it was Four Kings.
No, it's
Green
Springs. Yeah.
Oh, Green Springs. Okay.
Green with a B.
B.
Green.
Like
Oh, green. Oh, green. Oh, green. Wait, what am I saying? Green?
Me and Jono said the same thing at the same time. 4 times in a row.
The only thing I care about is Tom Maryland.
With a real guitar?
I
mean, we knew this was coming. There was going to be no harp.
Yeah.
But I mean, a 6-string guitar and a fairly standard tuning just seems.
You wanted it to be like at least a little weird?
Yeah.
I think we can let it go.
Maybe it was just an instrument that he can play for real. So they were like, "Fucking go for it." Who knows? Like, it could be as simple as that.
It's a pretty standard.
This is a book change too. So let's just talk about what we thought about the scene.
Yeah.
All right.
Joe, you start.
I wrote Dead Eye on a Cage. Place looks real shitty. they do like to day drink though, so I might like living there.
Yeah.
And we meet Dana. Tom sings a song. Matt gets his purse stolen. That's all I wrote.
There's so many weird thoughts there. Like, first off, I would like them to emphasize this is an IU, right? That this is someone who's clearly, as mentioned.
Well, they do later in the episode.
But you'd think that they'd be more. I don't know. Again, I want more of that kind of drummed up shit. Secondly, why are they hanging this dude with a whole bunch of money? Like, there's a giant gemstone hanging there, whatever it is.
That does seem silly.
Well, because apparently, no matter how shitty these people are, they're not grave robbers like Matt.
They also. So he was in that cage where, there's no way you put him in that cage with those arrows in his body. So he was clearly shot while hanging in the cage. So maybe they were just going to do it later when they buried him. Maybe they were just like, let it rot. We'll get it later.
I guess just to be
that's the only thing I can think of. Like, just like, pepper him with arrows. We'll steal his money when we take the cage down.
Real quick, I am seeing it in the chat. People are asking, like, why are we're not doing the books. We're going to do book spoilers when we're done going through the episode. So the people that don't want the book spoiled for them, if they haven't read the books, can.
That's our way of making you pay attention twice.
Yeah.
We're gonna discuss book spoilery shit,
but we do need to go a little faster here. Did you like Dana, the character?
I love
Dana.
I thought she was far more interesting, really, than one would expect for someone named Dana. Again, I didn't really love Dana in
Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
are we back to There Is No Zool?
Yes, right.
It's so fast.
There's no intestines coming out of a tub here, but it's pretty interesting.
I thought it was weird that Dana wasn't in a bright red flowing dress and just.
I liked Tom.
How she needs to find the gatekeeper.
I liked everything about Tom. I like the song too, but I'm not a big person with that enjoys songs in my TV shows. Like, I kind of want to.
Yeah, but it was relative. I agree, but painless.
It was relevant, right? It's clearly about Luz Theron as the dragon and like all the shit going on.
Yeah.
I also like how it was so sad and melancholy, and then 5 seconds later, Dana's like, "Well, fuck that song. It was a drink." Yeah. So like, it was almost like they were making fun of themselves. Like, sorry, we're making this so serious with a Tom song, but
and maybe I'm cynical, which I know I'm not. I'm a very passionate and compassionate person. But I felt like sometimes they were just showing sad people that looked to be of Asian descent to be like, by the way, this is a very open, like it just seemed almost like too long to be just showing like the diversity of the cast almost. Like, it wanted us to know that there are people of every type of like diversity.
honestly didn't even notice that.
I'm not touching
so
that.
I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know how the fuck you're saying these words out loud.
Tom is sending me dick pics.
So we switched to Perrin and Egwene.
Is that one of those moments?
Yeah, that's right.
I guess we switched to Perrin and Egwene almost disappointingly for a second because I'm like,
it's 5 seconds. They find some tracks.
I'm interested in what's going on with Rand and Matt, and they're like, "Are those wolves still back there?" Yeah, but here's some tracks. Like,
I do like that they say like.
Egwene
who is it? Yeah. Is it traitors? Is it white cloaks? And he's like, like they kind of throw out a couple things. Obviously, they don't even say tinkers, but like they just kind of throw out like some things. And you're like, oh fuck! I was like, from a show standpoint, not knowing who they could run into, you're going like, oh fuck, if it's white cloaks or fuck if it's like
How does Perrin know if those wagons are carrying a lot of people? Maybe they're just carrying a heavy payload.
Look how deep those ruts are, Tom.
Maybe they're
nothing
carrying rocks.
Well, as a man who had some deep rutting earlier, Perrin knows what he's talking about.
All right, let's get back to Rand and Matt doing chores for a tarp.
Yeah, they ask Dana for work.
A tarp.
He insists more than once. Like, a tarp is fine.
All right, so they go out to chop wood, and he goes, "We'll take turns." And he goes, "Well, if you think she's up for it."
Yeah, that wouldn't make me laugh my ass off. That's like the best sex joke since.
I'm not 100% sure Matt was joking. I'm pretty sure he wasn't. Like he was like, if it was a joke, it was so deadpan that I was like, I think he's serious.
I don't know if I felt like that joke has a place
he wants to double team Dana with Rand.
Like, just a little darker and grittier than I want. Like, the world itself, I guess, just doesn't. It all seems like a bummer. And like Matt's talking about gangbanging the bartender, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's not gangbang. There's 3 of them. They're
all right. A threesome with the bartender. Yeah. Like, they're not going to call more people in. Let's go,
Tom. It's not a gangbang. They're doing wobbly H or an Eiffel Tower at best.
Yeah. But I will say, and I again, the kind of desperation of humanity here, right? Like, I get it's a mining town, and it's in the middle of wherever the fuck, right? But it does seem overly just kind of depraved. Again, it's not depraved, right? They all seem to be pretty human and happy, and like they're not like a bunch of fucking murderers, but it does just look like shit. Like, it just looks cloudy.
Well, it's a shitty mining town. I mean, when they're shit, it's book stuff. God damn it. At least I caught myself.
We should just fuck it all.
Good job, Joe.
All right, so let's.
There's something I want to say. I love that she jokes about the lover's spat thing, kind of thing.
That's what they call cum swapping, right? The lover's spat.
Oh wait, we're not. Oh yeah. And then
no, but
I was going to say we're not there yet. But later, she's just very clear about it. Like,
yeah, she's very obvious about it. This is when she's
nobody can hear you guys if you want to like hardcore fuck.
Yeah,
yeah, right.
But I really like when she's like, "Oh, you're a horse trader? We've got a horse trader here with no horses."
Made me laugh my ass off. Yeah, I wish Dana. I don't know what her future is after this episode. It's probably not great.
We're a really good judge of horse flesh.
Yeah, I liked all this. I liked Tom. I enjoyed Rand a lot more in this episode, especially these parts. And Barney Harris has been killing it.
It really is, and maybe we're paying more attention considering what happens. But it's really frustrating how dynamic he seems to be. Right. We also have in this coming up piece, like where it seems like the dagger is kind of taken over. Right. That he's all of a sudden become a little mopey. Like, just
even mad. I don't know if we can.
Yeah, I don't know if we can draw that extrapolation.
Well, I don't know if we can talk about it that much.
Oh, there's that too. Well, it's one episode, right? It just seems like it seems like he kind of he has been wonderfully bantering, and like earlier he was very kind of like really the more uplifting of the 3 of them. And then
the comforting of Perrin in the last episode.
Yeah, and now here he is,
and like looking after his kid sisters in the first episode, and.
Yeah, just like he's running the gamut.
He's the Matt that we don't get in the beginning of the books.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna move us along a little bit so we can get to the spoiler part. So Lan goes for help. I guess he thinks he's gonna go find the Aes Sedai.
This scene does perturb me.
Oh, yeah, I just wrote Moraine getting worse. Lan leaves to get help. Keep her safe.
Yeah. All right, and then all right, and then from there we meet the Tinkers. What did you guys think about that?
They weren't bad. Joe and I had an epiphany, and I needed.
Here you go, Jono.
So Aram looks like Brendan Fraser in
Encino Man?
Yeah.
Encino Man. Jono goes, who does Aram look like to me? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, the braids. There's something about the braids. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, I want to say Brendan Fraser. And I was like, do you mean Encino Man?
So Encino Man is it seems a little dismissive of his people's entire culture here in the beginning.
It's very California too, right? I mean, look at maybe
Aram Encino Man learned how to tell jokes from Pauly Shore.
Now, who's going to be Pauly Shore? That's an interesting question here.
Pauly Shore's going to play Pauly Shore, obviously.
Oh, I fucking love that. If Pauly Shore somehow makes it into the show, I will shit myself on TV. I mean, I guess on.
How are you going to get on TV?
I'm on. I'm in on this.
That's true. I guess somebody could be watching this on their TV right now. Maybe you are.
Yeah, why not? I will literally fucking just shit myself if Pauly Shore makes in the Wheel of Time.
Tom P-Man sends us photos of him watching us on TV.
That's true. All right, so moving on. So now Dana gives them the secret fuck room.
Yeah, this is Rand chops wood, and Dana comes and lets him off work, and she's like, Matt got off work a long time ago, and he's like, what?
Isn't it weird? You know what's fucking hilarious? Like, Rand's my favorite character from the books, and she came out and she's like, I think you chopped enough wood to last me for an entire year. And I was like, fuck yeah, he did.
Yeah. You're instantly just like,
way to go, Rand.
Damn right he did.
Nobody chops wood like Rand al'Thor.
Just he like fucking it's fine.
You just like reminded you just like fucking Mac and Sonny in Philadelphia at me. You got them ready, Dad, you bitch. Like, calm down.
Put Brando's comment up.
Oh, sorry. It's hard to flip back.
That would make so much. That would make so much sense if he was just like, "Hey, buddy." Just like,
Jesus all the Christ. Time. Wait, that doesn't have anything to do with Aram.
You can just say he's the wolf instead of the weasel. It's going to be absolutely incredible.
Holy shit. I think we nailed this.
So Land thinks Land thinks he's found help, and then we got a longer scene with Tom and Matt robbing the grave.
All right.
Yeah, I wrote Land returns. I found what we need. And by what we need is just these. I serendipitously took this image from that area of the show, but this is the fucking the red tents down below. I assume is what he's like. Oh, there they are.
I guess either that, or I thought he was in the same general area where he saw them take the guy in the first episode.
Yeah, I assume that's what it was too. That's why he found them so quickly.
By the way, that first scene in that first episode with that guy, like, and then it pans out. Like, was that a modern city overgrown with vines? It looks like actual.
I didn't talk about that. I don't know. It could be Manetheren. It could be like, it could be like old Aes Sedai, or I mean old like Age of Legends style.
Yeah, it's definitely not modern per se, but I
don't know, man. They look like skyscrapers to me. I asked Lauren, like, what she thought. I was like, do you think this is a city from like our time that's old, or do you just see like ancient structure, blah blah blah, And she's like, no, I don't really see skyscrapers. And I was like, okay, because her perspective, obviously not having read the books, is valuable. So I was like, okay, all right, interesting.
Why isn't your wife read the books?
But I saw that too, Tom.
All right, so let's talk about Matt and Tom getting to know each other while Matt grave robs this dead isle.
Yeah. And I said this in the episode yesterday, but I'm not sure. But I think that's the Shatter Logoth dagger.
I don't think there's any way to tell.
Yeah, I think no, but I
it's just the curve of the blade. It's the only thing I'm going on.
Yeah, I guess one would assume so.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, he's going to do a little grave robbing, a little threatening, that kind of thing. I guess it's not really grave yet. He's going to have to make it.
Tom's like, what the fuck are you doing out here? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, and he's like, this guy has money on him. And he's like, well,
I'm stealing from the dead body. I'm stealing from the dead body.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's like, I've got sisters to take care of. And I was like, okay, well, at least there's like, the thoughts of altruism, you know, like,
Yeah, but I find it interesting that Tom Maryland is interested in Aiel, and we can get to that in the spoiler stuff, I guess.
Yeah, that's how we kind of learn who these people are. There are windows in those mountains. That's how I read that.
definitely. That's how I read it too. Definitely remnants from the breaking. Yeah, I mean, I assume so too. I mean, like, it'd be a little on the nose or like too insane if it was meant to be skyscrapers.
I don't think they're meant to be modern. They could be breaking, or they could be age of. They could be the Trolloc Wars, because the Trolloc Wars they had, tall cities and shit like that.
Is it this episode or the next where they like ride under that bridge that's all shattered too? Because that's pretty funny.
You mean the previous? Because it wouldn't have been the next one, because that's Thursday.
No, this episode or the last. Sorry.
Yeah. Previous episode. Episode 2.
Yeah. Okay. But that was cool too. I wanted to mention that as well, and we kind of skimmed over that.
All right,
we did cram episode 1 and 2 into a single episode, which is probably why we didn't have like room to breathe in terms of like, hey, what about this like random one image I saw?
Yeah.
All right. So the Dana Dark Friend reveal, that was really cool.
That was a cool thing.
Yeah. Also, this is the best. Aside from Tom. Oh, sorry, John. Go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to point out my computer shows that there's 69 comments. That's it.
Well, I'm glad I stopped and waited for that.
I didn't see it coming. Did you guys see it coming?
I didn't. On that note.
No, I didn't. No, it was a total surprise. And I think that's why I liked it so much. Because, I mean, again, fuck. I guess spoilers of the books. But, I mean, this was obviously put for...
Well, save it.
No, just wait. God damn it, Joe.
Look, why?
Anyway, Dana makes her move. She reveals herself pretty fast. I wrote, she locks them in, grabs a sword.
She was entirely confident that she was going to be able to keep Rand in that room and not get overpowered or injured.
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Also, but that being said, I mean, so back into non-spoiler territory, the reveal that she's a Dark Friend, fucking cool.
Rand did
really awesome.
Split like 10 trees worth of wood for firewood. He's probably exhausted.
Yeah. So, by the way, he's going to split her for firewood later. Do you think if Rand had said, "Yeah, I'll fuck you now," that this wouldn't have happened?
Yes.
No.
If
he hadn't shied away from that kiss.
Sure. She would have kept it going for another.
Whoa! Here's my real question. Her only goal was to keep them there. So her move to keep them there was to hook up with Rand.
With the door open.
She immediately says, "I also need Matt to come back." So was Matt right? Was she up for it?
In my experience,
100%.
Whatever it would have taken to wait for the fade,
or whomever. Yeah.
I mean, yes. That's my only answer there. The next scene is a quick cut, but it's just Matt and Tom respect each other. That's basically my only note.
They finish burying the Isle, and then we jump back to Rand running from Dana, the fight, and all the good stuff.
We get Rand smashing the door down. The chase begins. Oh, this is when she reveals she's a Dark Friend.
Yeah, I liked the reveal, but if you're not a book reader, maybe you're not sure what's going on. And then when she confronts Rand and Matt together with the sword, and then she like really lays it out there about the dreams and stuff, and like I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I really like how she said, "I see you, all 5 of you," and Rand doesn't say anything, and Matt's like 5.
We should all be like 5, right? I'm very
because even as a watcher of the show, you're going like, wait, there's only 4. Well, Moraine already ruled out Nynaeve.
Well, only Moraine ruled out Nynaeve. Everybody else.
Oh, fair enough.
When she got there, it's not like Moraine called the Dark One and like, it's not her.
Hey, by the way,
this is bullshit. That's bullshit because there's rumors of 4 ta'veren, right? Like, why would there be why would anyone be interested in?
But because you don't know which of the 5 is the 4.
Also, please never bring up the rumors thing again. It's so upsetting.
It is upsetting. Yeah.
What do you mean rumors of 4 ta'veren?
Dana Lou loved Dana. That is a shocker.
Dana Lou. Ooh. I don't know. I find that part. I thought it was fucking cool as shit though. Like when she turned Dark Friend as she did, and the way she did it.
Yeah.
It is disturbingly funny how easily she thought she could and actually did. Kind of get him cornered, really. Even if you think it's an iron door and someone can't get out of it and it's in your stables or wherever the hell, someone knocking at a door eventually does get interest if someone just randomly walks by. But whatever, she wasn't worried.
There's a comment that I want to show, but it's very spoilery.
Well, let's wrap.
We can talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Last scene. Lane, Moraine, and Nynaeve run into the.
Well, hold on. Well, Dragon can break the wheel. He can make it stop. I called an eyeless. It's on the way. Knife in the throat.
Yeah.
If what she said is true, we need to leave now. I really like that Tom came to help them. That was awesome.
That's kind of a book thing too that I want to talk about.
So yeah, and then what you're just talking about is Moraine and Landon and Eve meet up with the Aes Sedai, and basically Leandrin's like, we captured the Dragon, a person calling themselves the Dragon Reborn. Does she say the Dragon Reborn?
Joe, what do you see right there? Tom, what do you see right there?
I see a green Aja on a horseback looking down.
Where is she? Where is she?
Up high.
Yeah. Fucking cliff again. It's a fucking cliff again.
Everyone's always.
You know what? There's a lot of cliffs in the Wheel of Time.
I about died. Like if Moraine dies there because they couldn't get down to her because they were all on a cliff, like I'd be like, well, at least it's
come heal me. What? Come heal me, huh?
At least it's consistent. Fuck it.
Anyway, Logain in a cage is the end of the show.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I think it's.
I agree.
So I think that's one of the things I like about this is where the setup is going, and again, the show is getting its feet underneath itself into a different direction. And in a perfect world, everything would follow my exact mental trajectory of how everyone looks, how everyone goes, that kind of thing. It's not that. My mind is too clever for everyone. I get that. And hence all the really bad dick jokes.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make it original, I'm glad that it becomes that way pretty quickly. And maybe not original, obviously, right? But I'm glad that we're kind of different trajectory right here. As long as they don't fuck it up.
Are we...
Yeah.
Hard cut? We go into spoilers for the book so we can talk freely?
Don't call my wife a hard cut. Oh, cut. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, spoilers for the TV show and the books. And when I say books, I mean
the books.
The books. Yeah.
Yeah. I swear to God, if Rand's not the Dragon Reborn and they do some shit like this, I'm still out every time. Obviously, that's not really that relevant, but it still is, hard fact number one. Well, where do you want to start? At the beginning?
I mean, my notes are in order, but we can jump around.
All right, we'll start at episode 1 then.
Well, standout moments from the show for me, though, I mean, just like as an episode thing in general.
Yeah.
Tom, it's kind of all I want to talk about. Knife in the throat, fucking awesome.
You know what? We can just stick on Tom as a character to start.
Dana the Dark Friend, fucking cool, and then also, I also but the Tinkers were kind of cool too.
The Tinkers are.
But those are my three. Like that was cool from this episode.
I did have a lot of notes about Brendan Fraser, but I guess we can skip that for now. Yeah, we'll skip Brendan Fraser for now.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
I don't mind talking about
God,
Tom.
spoilers.
Yeah, I don't mind talking about Tom.
Territory.
What have you guys mentioned?
Literally nothing, really.
Nothing other. I mean, we just kind of transitioned.
All right, let's talk about the wolf dream and the theory that, because in the book, the wolves appear in the dream to protect Perrin from evil, and in his dream, the wolf is eating Layla.
I fucking love it. If Layla is,
I feel like that's just Ishmael fucking with him at this point.
But the thing is, the wolves, and again, it doesn't have to be 100% to where it was in the books. The wolves prevent Ishmael from fucking with him.
Oh, so what you're thinking is like that wolf is an actual wolf in the dream world, and it's eating his wife, going, "She's a fucking dark red."
Yeah,
on some sort of fact. Yeah. Because the wolves are preventative. Remember, Hopper is there, and this can't affect him really anymore.
I mean, that is a solid piece of evidence in the category of Layla's a dark friend.
Yeah.
All right, so we've seen this question a lot too. So did Ren use the power for the door? Yes.
Yes, has to, right?
Yeah,
it has
where was that?
Yeah.
Yes.
He did that, or he's got iron fists himself, and she forgot to bolt the door. Which, by the way, she's lucky that he didn't fuck her with that iron fist then too.
I mean, he can chop a lot of firewood.
I mean, just see how much wood that guy can cut.
Maybe knock it down with his boner.
As we discussed last episode, if he fucks a sheep, it just explodes.
Maybe that she tried to kiss him and he backed away and he's like, "We can't do this.
I don't want to kill you.
You will die."
Yeah, I think Rand smashing that door down is maybe not the equivalent of the lightning bolt.
No, it's a little under.
But it's on those lines. It's like while still maintaining the mystery that he is not the Dragon Reborn.
I think we just saw every encounter that Matt and Rand had with a Dark Friend in one episode, basically on their road to Camelin. And I kind of agree with you.
Yeah,
she's a bizarre combination of Millie Skane.
That means we're not going to get any Samuel Hake rape.
That means we're not going to get Pater.
That's exactly what I was going to say. She's a combination of Millie Skane, Pater, and Hake, because
right? Yeah. No, wait, not Harrodfell. What's that guy's name? Whatever.
Harrodfell's the old man. That's
I know.
Adorable.
Yeah, I don't know why. I understand. I already corrected myself.
Yeah.
Hey, shut the fuck up, Tom. You're wrong, and we want to point it out ad nauseum.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't happen a lot, so I might as well give it to you.
Yeah. Yes, he will give it to us.
I know. Adam meant have, but I agree.
Yeah.
It's the Kryptonian Dragon Reborn sperm. Spurs sheep.
Honestly,
you meant goad. I think that's what I agree. I think you meant
God. Yeah, that's true too. Yes.
Why the Aiel?
Goad wasn't a Dark Friend, right? Samuel Goad.
Why the Aiel? I think maybe when we see us, assuming we see an Aiel in the cage later on with Perrin. Just to give it more weight, like
it's just the same.
They're already look. It's kind of like those little instances we saw of the Red Aja hunting down a man who can channel, and the White Cloaks burning a Aes Sedai at the stake. It's that same like, hey, there's other shit going on right now, and we'll get to it later. And that's my only like. The Aiel are currently already doing their thing, and
so a follow-up question: we've already seen an Aiel in a cage. Wouldn't it be dumb to see it again? And does that mean no Gaul?
Absolutely not. They have to have Gaul. He's fucking Snake Eyes, Tom.
Hasn't Gaul been cast? I thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong too, but I don't think so.
But like, you know,
hey, by the way, real quick aside on the casting thing, like we don't know who any of the Forsaken are, even the Ishmael actor, even though that's just a guy in makeup.
Shamael. By the way, let's talk about
do you think they're doing that to Dana us all and just kind of like even as book readers, we're gonna like meet a character and not know technically or something like that?
Like they're Cylons?
Yeah. Like they're just gonna be like, "Hey, I'm secretly a chosen," you know, like and fuck with us. Like, that'd be fucking cool. If they keep that under wraps and they do it.
Another reason might be they haven't even mentioned Forsaken in the series yet so far. So that's why would they cast a Forsaken? And if people happen to see the news, they're like, "What's a Forsaken?"
Yeah, that's true.
They might try to look it up.
I'm still disturbed by the dragon prophecies being so massively different, right? You know, to this, like, really relevant to this point here, right? Like what she says, she being Dana, that Ishamael brought the dragon to Shaiol Ghul, right? That's what she literally says. So, she could be wrong, right? That could just be their
that could be their
Bible, dark prophecy, or it could have actually happened. But if that's true, all of a sudden that changes so fucking much of the actual lore, right? I really hope they didn't do that because that's a massively different book. On the other hand, though, if that's what's circulated upon the Dark Friends, that makes for a way more interesting why the fuck would you be a Dark Friend is because you think that this is what happens. And then also the second piece that the Dragon Reborn is going to break the wheel to stop this circular flow of time because, you know, time is shit for you, right? You know, if time's good for you, you want it to keep on going. But if time's shit, maybe that's why you do it.
The Dragon Reborn is the hero of the rich.
This is a solid note. Ishmael bringing Luther and Telamon to the Dark One means no Dragon Mount. So
we've seen Dragon Mount though, right?
Yeah. So obviously, and also I think Rafe Judkins even said like we absolutely are going to see that moment, even though it's not going to happen when you think it's going to happen, kind of thing. Like obviously, it wasn't the prologue to the first season, so to speak, or book.
We've already seen that. We've already seen that moment done to perfection.
So good, Winter's Dragon.
They should really not try to recreate that.
They got a 10 out of 10.
It's just gonna be animated in one of those
one of those cartoons. Yeah, After Effects. So I do think that there's something in that though, that like they almost have their own kind of like quasi gospel that, you know, kind of tugs at the heartstrings of wannabe Dark Friends who are kind of open to it, right? Maybe that's kind of the point here, and I think that's a cool idea, right? Because like to have like Jordan always mentioned that they were dark prophecies and all these kind of things, and you see them briefly, but they're always very not uninteresting, but as far as like versus the Prophecy of the Dragon, it's kind of way different. And I could go on forever, but Brando has a great point here called imagine a cold open for a future episode, and it's just the Billy Zane reveal. That would be fucking amazing.
Why did they cast Billy Zane as Ishmael?
What's that?
So book spoiler notes. I'm gonna run down some stuff fast, and we can choose to talk about it or not. Landon and Eve have pretty good chemistry so far. Hashtag land buns. That's from our Discord, by the way.
I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting in the beginning that we can't even talk about the fact that they're a couple.
Yeah, that's why I was like, let me save that. I guess
we're really handcuffed in the beginning of this.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too as I was writing my notes, and I was like, God, I can't wait till the quote unquote mystery is fucking done, and it's just Rand's the Dragon Reborn, so we can be like, oh God, at least we can say that. Like it's not even being able to say that. It's a fucking.
I keep stopping myself. Anyway. You can't even mention the parents of like a wolf brother. Like none of it. You can't say shit.
Anyway, Dana Luhu in our Discord said hashtag land buns, and I said I was going to put it on every episode from now on.
They were squeezing. Great ass.
Gotta find a way to squeeze it in. And I'm not.
Also, I said it's Daniel Heine. It's Daniel's Heine instead.
Hey, we did that last time, and that's.
I know. That's what I said. Hey, we have a Discord. The link's in the description below.
Yes, it's very.
If you give a shit about our show schedule or announcements or other random discussions, and we're never there, but we do post when we're going to be on YouTube. So that's about it.
If more people are there, I might do something, but I'm too lazy.
It's slowly becoming a thing that I care about.
I think probably the worst part about us is the fact that there's
we're honest
guys. There's 3 guys on this, and we never get anything like we're. You would think that for like shows, like other shows have like one person doing like every different piece of social media. There's 3 of us, and we're all just I'm fucking busy. We're all pieces of shit. Fuck it.
I do a lot of stuff on Twitter.
What do you do?
I get drunk and then I write things.
Fuck yeah, you do.
And I get us involved in stuff that we don't want to be involved in, but then it turns out to be good.
That's true. You do get us involved in stuff that we're not aware of, like the Wheel Reads podcast, and then we're like, "Wait, what are we doing tonight?" And you're like,
"We talked about that.
What the fuck?
A long time ago." I just mean like charity events and interviews with Margaret Weiss, and you're just like, "What's happening?"
I wrote Ishmael looks pretty good. He looks scarred like a Freddy. Layla is fucked in the afterlife, but Jono disagrees.
Differently for a moment, yeah. Layla is fucked in the So, let's talk about Shamael. I
mean, we got like some pretty cool glimpses of him in this episode.
I still don't find him that intimidating, really. Like, I mean,
it's just like a flash of like a nightmare type character. I feel like when he's actually on screen, he might be like a little different looking.
He's more intimidating talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the whole fucking cauldron and the like. Yeah, and honestly, like, at this point, he almost looked. I agree with you, Brando. Ballsy did look better in this episode than last.
That's pronounced ballsy.
Ballsy. Yeah, I'm sorry. My apologies. He almost looks like a weird, overly theatrical version of like the Nightman.
Oh my God,
the Nightman cometh. Did you say boy's hole or boy's soul?
That could actually happen in this show. You know what I mean? It's really actually appropriate to the story. I'm gonna take your boy's soul. Say boy's soul.
Oh man. Oh, you're welcome, Brando. I wrote no Elias or birds chasing them. Sort of wanted to see the birds. Elias can come later, I guess.
The birds are after the Tinkers technically in the book, so maybe we'll get that.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, it's
right.
when they
okay, my bad. Well, then I'm just misremembering things, so who cares?
That's okay. But if
there is no Elias yet.
The birds are one of the weird, like that part of the series is one of the most like overly tense. Again, we've talked about it a couple times, but like just running from like hill to hill, dell to dell, the kind of thing.
Would that intensity translate to the screen? And also,
I don't know. I don't think
feel like we just got that with the wolves.
I think that's the point here, right?
Yeah.
And also, there's a whole book or movie by Hitchcock about it. So, like, why revisit that?
Even when I was young, I never saw The Birds, but I just know there's a movie called The Birds, and I'm like, let's go inside.
Just wear a fucking hoodie, right? Just wear a hoodie.
Anyway, so next note, Tom, what about
electric
coat?
trimmer?
Let's discuss water cloaks, Tom's coat, and Ice and I Ageless Faces / Rings. This is our segment called "Let's Talk About Water Cloaks, Tom's Coat."
Isn't this stuff we covered before the show ever even came out? I'm glad we saw. He has the patches on the inside, right?
On the inside.
Did you catch it?
It's just I caught it, but it's just like a lining of his jacket. At least make his coat patchy.
Yeah, I don't know. He's borderline like just left like a biker bar, or like did he park his Harley outside before he came in to play his guitar in his leather jacket
with his crushed velvet coat?
I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the character, but at the same time, like it's kind of easy to.
No, I thought he was really good, Tom. Honestly, when they cast him, I was like, that guy's like a hardcore badass in every movie I've seen him in, which isn't a lot, but I've seen him a few times, and I was like, I can't picture it. But like when he was talking to Matt at the end when they finally buried that Aiel, and he had like a little smile and a little twinkle in his eye, and I was like, okay, all right, I like this Tom.
He can pull on the panache, right? He can definitely pull on the panache. My only problem is, well, not my only. I guess I'm gonna say three different problems here. So my only is multiple. I think Andrew Ginhold at Twitter.com is actually, I don't know. I preferred his individual, like it's not just playing a fucking chord, but the individual note wording, like note playing there, and the gravelly voice. If you can hit a range, but it was only gravelly voice. Like I'm wanting my fucking Gleeman to kind of. This is supposed to be honestly in high chant and then complain like all shit about your piece of shit fucking people who are listening to you.
You know what? For real, that was like
we haven't seen it yet. Maybe he will like spin a tail or something and be all like
that was my thing with what Tom did. I was just like, feels like anybody in town could do this.
Yeah.
Like, instead of like a truly special Gleeman.
I did like how he walked up onto the stage like he fucking owned the room though.
Well, he really put that boot on that crate.
Wonderfully disdainful of everyone.
He owns that crate, Tom.
Fuck you.
Did you see that boot on that crate?
This crate is my bitch.
Yeah, I love that. He got the onstage panache for it, but it's just not the singing, not the playing yet. Now again,
I wrote, I want more mustaches. They nailed the knives though.
The knives,
right. Do lightning round everything else you got because I got to wrap this up.
Okay.
I mean, we got another show to be on, like 20 minutes.
Hey, we got a show to be on, guys.
We should have done two.
Yeah. Lightning round.
All right, here's my notes rapid fire, and we can pick out what we want to discuss.
No, just you can only give like 3-word responses.
Oh, okay. He comes right up to them just to say "fuck you," or he senses they need help. Tom Maryland.
I think "fuck you." I don't think he'd tell anything.
Jono?
I was on the wrong page. Give me a second, Tom.
The wrong page.
Matt.
Got all my notes
responded to my comments. Matt's really pissed. Dagger time already?
Yes.
Yeah, he's definitely affected by the dagger in this episode.
All right. Do you think the wolves are guiding them like a Gwyn thinks?
Yes.
Yes. That's an obvious.
Yeah, I think that the wolves are very benevolent, and I fucking hope Tom's theory is wrong from last episode.
No, it's right.
And if you haven't seen that, good for you, because Tom's theory is the worst goddamn thing, and I have a hard time disagreeing with it, really.
Yeah, that's right.
It better be fucking wrong.
Matt says he's from Barelon, barely not mentioning the Two Rivers, but he's very much not as dumb as he is in the books. In the beginning of the books, that is.
Well, he does that in Barelon, right?
Just as a character, I feel like they're giving us more of the Matt that like we know and love, and less of the shitty Matt in the beginning. That's kind of an idiot.
Yes.
Tom mentions Aiel hair. Is that clue number 1 for the non-book readers?
Yes. Thank fucking God.
And then the door is clue number 2. Did we get 2 clues to Rand in this single episode?
Yeah. Yeah. Clue 1 is hair. Clue 2 is hammering down a door.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And then I wrote goatsy match. So Adam. I'm glad he's watching right now because Adam brought up the match that like Tam lights the lantern in the episode.
He keeps saying no circus because they have matches. That would just be no Aludra. Still go to the
well, that's what I'm kind of. So that is the point, though. Like, is that just like not? Is that like an illusion that like there's not going to be that giant chunk of story? Like, is that not happening?
Probably.
Are we not getting puppet Trollocs? Because I'm gonna be fucking mad if we don't get puppet Trollocs.
We could still get that. We might just get a special guild of people that make fireworks and have
puppet Trollocs are
copyright and trademark locked the fuck down, and nobody else can make these.
You know what's
anyway? I had to bring up the match because Adam has mentioned it like 17 times and we haven't talked about it.
On that note, though, it's funny because the next thing we're doing is the beginning of Fires of Heaven. And one of the characters is Tetsuan or whatever her name is. And I couldn't remember for the life of me what she was doing later. And then I remember, guess where she ends up? If you remember,
Sean Chan and Matt?
Yeah. Sean Chan and Matt. And then they end up again in Val and Luca's fucking circus. I remember they travel with Val and Luca.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Yeah, with the dragons.
Here's a solid point, Farstrider. She might just make the dragons. That's solid.
No,
I mean the fireworks specialty might still be a hidden talent. Maybe matches are just commonplace.
All right, Jono, any lightning round comments from you?
Lightning.
Lightning.
You go first. Give me some fucking time to get my.
I don't have any. I'm ready to wrap up.
What? There's no you go first.
God damn it. So first off, Parents Layla Dream. All right, Parents Layla Dream. I hope that's exactly. I don't like the idea of he was married to a Black Ajah and that kind of thing. It's different.
Black Ajah? You mean Dark Friend?
But whatever. Oh, new spoiler.
Kanchi channel? We don't know.
What are the odds? It just seems like an unnecessary flourish to kind of give it all. But at the same time, I'd rather she had been Black Ajah so we can kind of. God damn it.
Dark Friend.
I can't wait to see what I look like in an hour. I'd rather she was like that versus than just not. It was just an unnecessary murder, right?
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting wrinkle. I really am excited though, just to kind of see. I don't know. Fuck it. I've got no more lightning round thoughts other than I just can't wait to see what the next episode is. It's 48 hours from now? Fuck
now that we're actually ending an episode having not seen the next one.
Yeah.
We'll end every week with 5 questions for you guys. So
we need to definitely like
all right.
Add on a segment to the show at the end that's like, what do you think is going to happen in episode 4?
Yeah, this is it. It's called 5 questions, and we're doing it right now. Do you think we're going to see Min in the next episode?
No. I think, honestly, I meant to say that. Dana, I think, took that kind of premature. If Min had been where Dana was, not a single person would have had a problem, right? That would have been a fantastic. She's a barkeep almost, kind of similar to her job at the end in Barrelon. It kind of flirty enough, and they could have had some 3-way possibilities. I think
possibilities. I think it was there.
Well, probabilities, right? So I think that she kind of took that tension, which wasn't really necessary to do so. And I don't think she's going to be there until at least 2 episodes from now.
I was just going to say Moraine's going to get healed.
No,
Perrin and Egwene are going to.
The question is,
no. Perrin and Egwene are going to see the White Cloaks. There's not time for Min. Is the point to what I was saying?
Yeah. All right. Well, all right. Next question. Do you think Perrin kills White Cloaks next episode?
Yes. Yes is my answer to that.
No.
Really? You think it's episode 5?
Too early?
I think it's too early because he's going to be with the tWoTcast.
Do you think, all right, question number 4. Do you think Rand and Matt and Tom make it to Whitebridge?
Yes.
Maybe at the end of the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe at the end. Yeah. They're definitely getting on a riverboat with fucking Tom.
I mean, this isn't a question, but I think Whitebridge is probably going to stand in for Camelin. So, like, they'll get there, and then eventually everybody else will meet up there too, probably.
Yeah, and then
All right. And then, all right, so last question for 5 questions before we wrap up the show. Dana said the best way to get anywhere is by a riverboat. They're running away, and they have to go to Whitebridge, the 3 of them together. Are we going to get Belle Dome?
Oh, that do be a question. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
I
feel like if we were, let's put it this way: when they were releasing castings, we got Dana as a casting. We didn't know what the fuck. We're like, who's Dana? What the fuck is this? I don't think we're getting Belle Damon. I feel like they would have been like, here's Belle Damon.
I mean, they have to get to Whitebridge somehow. Why not on a boat? Let's do it.
Why not?
But why does it have to be a bale dome? I think that he's worried about blowing his bale dome in water.
Why do it need to be? I can't even do it. I can't figure out how that fucking guy talks. I can barely read it. That's tWoTcast for this week.
That do be tWoTcast the week.
If you've got questions or comments, leave them below. I think we answer them sometimes. It's
I
just way easier to do it on Twitter for sure.
Well, I mean, I've been responding, but like our last episode was literally yesterday, so I haven't gotten around to it.
You can theoretically find this show where you get podcasts if Jono would.
You can listen to the audio version of this show wherever you get your podcasts as soon as I get off my ass and put them there.
The theme song is brought to you by Taffy Bennington. Hold on, I can't do this. And Andrew Bard of Time.
And Andrew Bard of Time. Yeah,
there you go. I thought we'd have their socials in there, but they're not there anymore.
I changed it, Tom. I told you.
All right, join us next Tuesday at the regular time.
Yeah, it's going to be 9 o'clock.
9 Eastern. Next Tuesday. We're back on a regular schedule. Covering episode 4. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
The Wheel of Time. With me has been. I guess say good night, John.
Good night, Jono.
Joe.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
I'm Tom. Study your math. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast code.